Happy October 1st. I am so excited for spooky season. So let's do our October TBR. So yesterday, Hailey Hughes actually posted her October TBR, and she does a every year in October called HaileyWeen or Happy HaileyWeen, and I thought it'd be fun to join that. And pretty much it's just challenges that she does throughout the month, and you can pick a book that relates to the challenge. So the challenges are read a book around Halloween, read a book with BIPOC author, read a book with queer rep, read a book with Black on the cover, and read a book that includes a creature or otherworldly beings. And so yesterday I was brainstorming and I was like, okay, what do I have or what can I get that will be all these prompts? So I think I got a pretty good TBR for spooky season. And I do have my notes here. That's why I'm looking down, because I am the kind of person that can just yap about nonsense. So I like to keep it structured or I'll be here all day. The books for HaileyWeen are, so the first one is read a book with BIPOC author. Now I have so many options on my shelf, but one in particular, and when she was doing her video, she did one of the first books that she was talking about was, I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it on the screen. And it reminded me of a book that I have on my shelf that sounded so unique, and I figured this is the best time to read it. And fun fact, I found this at Dollar Tree, so that's pretty cool. And the book I'm talking about is The Last White Man by Mohsin Hamid. And this is a BIPOC author. This is so interesting. I have never heard anyone talk about this book, and I figured, why not? It's a shorty. And what this book is about, this is a thought-provoking book about a man called Anders who wakes up one day and notices his skin is turning dark. This talks about race and identity, change and empathy, and strong conversations that I really truly love in my books. So I think this is gonna be so much fun. This is definitely gonna be insightful. I know it's gonna make me feel a certain way, and I love when a book does that to me. So this is gonna be the read a book with a BIPOC author, and the author, Mohsin Hamid, he is Pakistani. So excited to dive into this one. And this is considered a lit fic with magical realism. Funny enough, the prompt that says read a book set around Halloween was the one I was the hardest time with, because I was searching and I'm like, dang, I can't find some, like, at least books that sounded like it would be something I would be interested in. So I did find a couple, and one of them being a novella on Kindle Unlimited, and it is by Ali Hazelwood. It is a, I believe, rom-com or romance, and it is called Hot for Slayer. And this is like a Buffy the Vampire-esque, so I thought that'd be fun. So I think that's the book I'm gonna put for that prompt. For read a book with queer rep, now I love a queer book. That is my favorite book to read. So I had a lot of options. So I might read multiple queer books this month because I always do. So while I was doing some research, I found a book that it was like a list on just Google with the best queer books. And so, I was like, okay, let me see what they got. And one of them being a book I have never heard anyone talk about, and I thought it sounded so good and interesting. I immediately tried to look on Libby and Hoopla to see if it was there. Not there at all. It was so hard to find this book. I was like, wow, okay, not only is it hard to find, but no one talks about it. I'm intrigued. So I went on Amazon, I found the paperback, I bought it. It will be here tomorrow. And the cover is stunning. I can't wait to have it in my hands. But for now, it is called The Fatal Mind, and this is by N.J. Gallegos. Not only does this have Black in the cover, which is one of the prompts, this is also apparently queer representation, so that'll clear that prompt. Now, when I was reading the synopsis to this book, it didn't indicate anything in regards to queer rep, so I'm kind of going into it blind and just seeing if it does. So if it does, when I read it, because I will be reading it this month because it sounds so good, then we can knock off that prompt. But I do have a backup just in case. I have many backups. But what this book is about, let me tell you, and I will put it on the screen too so you can read it for yourself. Following a doctor, and she is a neurologist. Her name is Dr. Andrea, and she does an experimental procedure involving a microchip going into the brain and implanting it so that it can help people that get migraines, releasing them from pain. An NBA player, his name is Gilbert, hears about this experiment, and he deals with chronic migraines to the point where he can't even play anymore. So he feels like this is his last resort so that he can continue playing in the NBA. Gilbert is so happy with the procedure and how he's feeling. He becomes an advocate for Dr. Andrea, and this launches her stardom. But his wife starts noticing his personality change in very dark ways. Andrea hears about his personality change, and she starts getting nervous because she has a dark secret that involves the miracle cure that is this microchip. This just sounded so interesting to me. It's described as Black Mirror meets Frankenstein, and I was like, okay, say less. That is it. That's all I need to hear. This is a 4.7 on Goodreads, and it's 218 pages. I am so excited to dive into this one. Just in case that book doesn't have the queer rep, I do have another one I've had on my radar for a while, and it is The Lamb. This is a cannibalism, daughter and mother relationship, and from what I've heard, because I want to go into this fairly blind, from what I hear, they live in the boonies, and when people get lost in their area, they help them, they feed them, they give them cover and shelter, but they also eat them. So this just sounds so good, and I hear this has also some strong conversations. The daughter falls in love with one of the people that they're helping, and she's a girl. So this has queer representation. I'm excited to dive into this one. And then the last prompt, read a book that includes a creature or outworldly beings. So in the month of October, I do plan on doing a YouTube video that is reading all vampire books. So that is going to be my outworldly creature prompt, and I have a list of books that I want to get to. I already started the first book, and I'm really enjoying it. The list that I have for my vampire books video is gonna be Coffin Moon. This was my aardvark pick for September, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. This sounds so good. It is set in 1975, and this is pretty much like a cat and mouse. This feels very dreary. This feels like a fever dream, and the reviews for this sound so good. It involves vampires, it involves revenge. Give me all of that. The book that I just started, and I actually got recommended this by my friend Amber, and she was raving about this book, and it is We Love the Nightlife. And this involves two vampire women. This is a fantasy horror, paranormal, historical fiction. The author is Rachel Collar Croft. This handles toxic female friendship, dysfunctional friendship, codependency. This is set in 1970s and 80s, and this has disco vibe. So far, I'm really enjoying the atmosphere of this book. I am like 50% in, so stay tuned for that vampire video. I will be posting that next week. Those are the books that I'm choosing for these prompts. I may add more throughout the month, but I just want to keep it pretty simple. Now, the other books I have on my radar for October is The Bewitching. I've had this on my radar all September. I let it get away from me, so this month I definitely want to start this. I did read a chapter, and I'm really enjoying where it's going. It has an academic setting as well, and this is a triple timelines. So this has that historical element that I absolutely love. This has witches, and this has a mystery as well. So excited to dive into this one. Another one that I just recently got, it's called Sky Full of Elephants by Sibo Campbell. And this is such a unique premise. One day, all the white people literally unalive themselves, and the world is left with no white people. And we're following a daughter and father, and the daughter is a mixed race. Her mother was white, her father is black. And so her mother is part of that group that unalived themselves. And this is gonna definitely have a lot of conversations about grief, father-daughter dynamic, because I don't think the daughter and father have a strong relationship, and just about identity. So this sounds like it's gonna be so good, and I can't wait to dive into it. This one that I have to read this month is 13 Months Haunted by Jimmy Giuliano. I'm already hearing really good things. This is set in the early 2000s, so very nostalgic. I loved the early 2000s. Oh my goodness, I'm a 90s baby, and the early 2000s is like my teen years. I had so much fun, and I know this is gonna bring me back to that time, and I'm so excited to feel that. And this has like spookiness to it. From what I understand, a young girl, her name's Avery, she has odd behaviors, and apparently she's not allowed to use any technology. It says here her mother comes to school with her every day, sitting next to her in class. Oh my god, I will freaking go crazy. Seeing that Avery's odd behavior is beginning to make her an outcast, Piper decides to befriend her. She wants to support the lonely teen, but it can't hurt to satisfy her own curiosity while she's at it, right? What's up with the rumors that Avery's mother is a witch? And did her family really used to live in the haunted house? But Piper quickly realizes that this might just be the worst decision she's ever made, because there's something dark inside Avery Wallace and it's spreading. Oh my god. I can't wait to dive into this. Oh my, this sounds so good and so spooky. The other book that it's on my radar, I promise I'm getting to it this month. I swear. It is Salt Bones by Jennifer Givan. And this just gives me gothic, this gives me atmospheric. I just thrive with those vibes. And this has a mystery to it. 3 women in one twisted family race for answers. Malimar Veracruz has never left the dust-choked town of Valle. Here, Mao has done her best to build a good life. She's raised 2 children, works hard, and tried to forget her painful, unexplained disappearance of her sister Elena. But when another local girl goes missing, Mao plunges into the fresh yet familiar nightmare. So I've been hearing some great things about this. I love when gothic or like atmospheric books like this not only have strong conversations, because I know this is gonna have that, but it also has that mystery element. Love that. So, and the cover, tell me this is not stunning. This is beautiful. The book that's on my radar this month, and I actually just got the audio on Libby at a notification because this book just came out, and it is Slashed Beauties by A. Rushby. And I started the first chapter yesterday, and oh, I'm already feeling it. I'm feeling it. And this is a gothic feminist horror in 2 timelines revolting around 3 anatomical Venuses, ultra-realistic wax figures of women that come to life at night to murder men who have wronged them. Say less. Say less. Female rage, gothic atmosphere, feminism. Come on. And one of the quotes in the first chapter, she says, being looked at is never good, but being seen is worse. That's a 5-star prediction for me. And the cover, I can't wait to have this in my hands because I need the physical cover, but this just sounds so good. So those are the books that are on my radar for October. I'm sure I'm gonna read a lot more because I am a mood reader, but if you have any spooky book recommendations, please leave them in the comments, because I have such big FOMO when people are talking about great books that I have not read yet. So please don't leave me out of the loop. I wanna be in the group chat, so please don't leave me out. Leave all your recommendations in the comments. I just cannot wait for October. This is gonna be such a great month. I feel it in my bones, and I will see you guys in the next video.